Okay, hi you guys. My name is Sade and welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, please hit subscribe, like this video, comment down below. I am going to be going over the 5 sacrifices of nursing school. And there's more, believe me, there's more. But I feel like I want to go through the 5 that really stand out to me. So, I'm sorry y'all, I need to look at the camera. Okay, so let's start with number 1, and I have a reference here. Let's start with money. Let's start with money because I feel like people don't talk about this enough of how expensive nursing school truly is. Like, you have very expensive books, you have to pay for tuition. You have to be at school for forever and a half. You can't work that much. And if you do, you're going to be busy and stressed out of your mind. It's doable. I don't mean to scare anybody who has to do this, but you will be busy. It's expensive. Your shoes, your stethoscope, your supplies, your lunches that you have to pack, your this that you have to have, the little accessories that can make your life easier. Like, it's expensive. So I feel like money is one of the really big things. So let's go with 4. Your ego. Yes, you have to sacrifice your ego a lot of the times in nursing school because it's like, it's the hardest thing I've ever had to do. So that's very humbling. A lot of the times you don't know what's going on. That's very humbling. You could study for days and days and days and still get a B or C. That's very humbling. Yeah, there's just a lot of ego work. It's a lot of character building. It's a lot of realizing that you don't know everything, realizing that the things that you thought you knew and that you thought you were passionate about, you really don't know much about it. So it's like when you're learning all this stuff, it can be discouraging for one who isn't willing to go through that shedding process, that ego shedding process. You know what I'm saying? I want to say that number 3 for me, social time. Child, if you even have a social life in nursing school, you're doing a good job. You're doing great, sweetie. But if you don't feel bad, because there is barely any time for you to do any type of self-care, any type of, you know. So for you to have to give that time up to somebody else, it's super hard. And you have to realize that not everyone is going to understand that. That could be hard for some people, especially those people pleasers out there that want to please everybody, that get over that. Some people will understand the grind, some people will not. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's it is what it is. So that's one of the things that you may have to sacrifice depending on the people that are around you and who are supportive of your journey. So I would say number 2 would have to be rest. Yes, we always say prioritize rest, but truly, if you are really working and you're trying to do a side hustle, trying to do a side hobby as well, trying to perform well at work, being in school, doing homework, doing, you know, your assignments, doing the stuff that's not worth points but that could potentially help you get a better grade. Like, it's so much stuff to do that some days you may be in school for a really long time and you get home late and you have to put in those study hours, even though every being of you wants to lay down. It's like you have to crank out maybe 1 more hour just to solidify the information, or just to get ahead for tomorrow because you know you have to work extra hours, or because you know you have to, you know what I'm saying, you have to prepare for when you don't have as much time for homework. By doing it in your free time isn't rest time. Your free time is get ahead, read some, you know, get back into your whatever. And you guys, if you're liking this video so far, don't forget to like and comment. But yeah, just like, you know, you have to sacrifice your rest sometimes. Nursing school isn't described as being an nursing school isn't described as being this pleasant experience where you just have all this time for self-love and self-reflection and self-care and social time, and you know, you're just living your best life through this program. No, everybody says this program is hell. Okay, but you know, it's really your mindset is what makes the experience what you make out of it. Like, I try to be as positive as I possibly can, but it's hard, y'all. I'm not gonna sit here in front with y'all. That could be a potential you know, sacrifice. And lastly, but not least, I want to say that the #1 sacrifice of nursing school is time. And I know I incorporated social time into it, but I'm talking about just time in general, y'all. Like, your time is literally calculated from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep. Like, time is really all calculated. Like, it's all planned out. It's all taken up. It's all strategic. Like, it's all strategic time planning, time management. It's really like responsibility. It's like they expect you to be a nurse while you're learning to be a nurse, if that makes sense. They hold you to a higher standard. They hold you to a higher responsibility. They expect you to build up to this mentality. They expect you to build up to this lifestyle, you know? So it's like, but when you're new to it, it can seem really rough. You're like, oh my God, like at 2 I have to do this, at 4 I have to do this, at some point I would like to eat, but I don't really have time to sit here and cut up all these vegetables to eat, so I'm gonna go and get this real quick. Like, you can't get caught up in that. You need to really grind it out when you have the opportunities, to where when it's time to make a healthy meal, when it's time to drink some water, when it's time to maybe make a smoothie, or when it's time to do a face mask, whatever the case may be, you have that availability in there because you literally was strategic enough to where you can incorporate something that's relaxing, something that's fun, because these days run back to back to back to back to back to back to back. It's business. It's business back to back to back to back to back. So you got to incorporate and you got to prioritize it in somewhere, especially if you're trying to pursue entrepreneurship or any type of lifestyle where you have to be the person that's responsible to getting the work done, or the work just doesn't get done. Like, that's a whole different type of ball game. So you really have. He's just gonna act like I'm not filming right now. But anyways, you really have to get to a point where it just switches on, where you like, it's sink or swim. Like, it really is sink or swim. And so yes, time is one of the biggest sacrifices. That's #1 on the 5 list. That's one of the biggest sacrifices that you have to make in nursing school in order to be successful, girl, in order to even, girl, survive. Because when I'm telling you a 75 and below, a 75.99 and below is failing in nursing school, that's no cap. Like, you don't have time to not be on your shit like that. You just really don't. Excuse my French, but you just really don't. Like, so yes, that's the biggest sacrifice. And I just did a video on some motivation type stuff, and my spring break actually got extended a week because of the system was down or whatever. But I kind of felt like it was a blessing in disguise, because y'all, I needed the rest so freaking bad. But I also knew that it's halftime right now, so it's time to go in. But I chose rest. So now I'm like, damn, I didn't, you know, I didn't do the above work that I wanted to do. I did what was needed of me, but I wanted to go above and beyond this second half to really bring in what I really want to bring in, which is an A. And I'm right at 90% right now in my class, you know, midway point, and that's considered a B, and 92 and above is an A. So yes, it's really time to get that work in. Like, I have exams coming up, I have projects coming up, I have clinical projects to do. Like, it's really time. And so I was given another week. So right now I'm here about to film this video, about to, you know, take everything down, get ready for the night, get ready for my studying material, and get to work. And that's all, you know, that's all I wanted to say. So yes, 5 things, guys, that are big sacrifices in nursing school. I would say money, social time, your ego, social time, rest, and time in general. So yes guys, so if you enjoyed this video, or if you like videos like this, or if you want me to share even more things about my experience, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe y'all, and hit the post notification bell so you guys know exactly when I post. I'm definitely posting every Monday, but I'm trying to figure out what other day I want to do as well. So just let me know, you guys. Like I was about to say I have nothing but time to make videos, but I don't. But I will get them done. And yeah, stay blessed, y'all. Stay encouraged. Just stay on y'all stuff. Like it's really that time. So thank you for watching. Leave me a comment, and of course I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video.